Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here or not new here, this is a completely new setup, so just bear with me. We'll get into that, but today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me featuring a handful of different items and just chatting a little bit about some channel updates and why I've kind of been on hiatus. We'll go into that a smidge. But yeah, if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. And if you enjoy this anytime while watching, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. So to start off, I'm just gonna prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Potion Primer. This is what I quite literally always do. This is the first video I have filmed literally in 6 weeks. So I feel like I'm nervous, like I've never done this before because I feel so out of practice. Pretty much all of the videos that have gone up during the month of February all of them were pre-filmed, ready to go. So I have not done any filming or editing throughout the month of February, which is weird. Kind of a nice break, but also I just feel so out of practice, to be honest. I'm just using the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette, and I'm dipping into the Shadow Snow up here. That's my new focus setting shade. I hit pan in my Too Faced one, so I thought I would move along to another one. But yeah, so this feels a little unhinged and whatnot. I'm just kind of starting to get back into the rhythm of things. Obviously, if you've been here, then you'll notice that my background is completely different from what it typically has looked like in the past. And just ask that, you be a little bit patient with that. I'm sure there's going to be some lighting adjustments as well as some background adjustments to what I like or what I think is good when I watch this back. I'm going to use a Natasha Denona Biba palette today, and I'm going to just dip into this brown shade here first to start building up the base. Right now, I am using the natural lighting coming through some windows, which is different from me. I'm used to always using artificial lighting, so natural lighting is definitely going to be a bit of an adjustment. And I think it will also, kind of fluctuate depending on the time of day I'm filming and how the weather is. But the weather is actually pretty nice today, so I thought we would just go with it and we'll see how it comes out in terms of how well you can see what I'm doing and how the makeup looks. But yeah, we're gonna try it, and if it looks like trash, then this video will still probably go up. But I will continue to play with it and just adjust things as I go, as I adjust to my new setting. The reason I have a new setting is because I moved. This was an unplanned move, and it happened pretty quickly. I'm not really gonna go into the reasons why, but my move was part of the reason I was taking a break from social media. I wasn't active over on Instagram either, other than, content that was required to go up and that had already been scheduled. That stuff went up in February, but I was not creating or actively engaging, similar to over here, because I was moving and that was a lot. But honestly, the move is really just, how do I say this, one of many things that were happening during the month. I'm gonna go in with this and use it as an outer corner. I'm not really ready to talk about everything that went down in February. Let's just say 2023 is not starting off with the right kind of bang that I had hoped that it would. And I'm sure I'll probably eventually chat about it all, but I'm not there, I'm not in that place, and you know, that's fine. You'll know when I'm ready for you to know. Just know that I do appreciate everyone's like kind words, reaching out to me during my time away. Those did mean a lot, and yeah, I appreciate the kindness that's come from this community and my Instagram community as well. It's so crazy, like when I started this, that wasn't like per se why I got into this community, but it has been honestly the best thing to come from joining the beauty community are the relationships that I've built with people, like so many kind people that I never would have met otherwise. So I appreciate the crap out of you guys. Had to get up and get my brand new glitter glue out. I finished my last one, and I literally had that for probably like 2 years. And I would say I was lucky because a lot of people have the component breaks, but fortunately, I did not experience that, so go me. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit of this beautiful shade here in the middle, and that's what I'm gonna put all over my lid. I'm not really sure the direction my channel is gonna go in. I was planning to make some adjustments and try out some new things before I had some life-changing events, and I still want to follow through with some of those changes, and I actually feel like the changes are gonna fit what's, you know, going on right now. I was treating this kind of like a job, which I think would be awesome if it could be. But for some reason, my rate, if you will, YouTube gives like a particular rate per 1,000 views, and like that's the money you make per 1,000 views. And my rate for the first few months of YouTube was $17 per 1,000 views, which I mean, I felt like was good, fair. I don't have a lot to compare to, but I thought that, you know, that was nice. But now my rate is like $5.60 per 1,000 views. And this is what has been happening ever since Vlogmas. During Vlogmas, it dropped to $7 and something, and now it's down to $5 and something. And not only is that like discouraging, but it's like, I think I need to realign my priorities because it's just not like bringing in the income that it was in the fall. So I think I need to shift a little bit. And to be honest, I'm not really sure like why that is or what happens to create that dip. I'm not full-time at this. I'm not really versed in this. I am newer to monetization, so I'm not really sure, but that's what's happening. And so I just feel kind of like, okay, well, whatever, fuck it. You know what I mean? And like, I'm still gonna put up content, obviously, but I think the volume is going to change drastically. Like, I think my goal is just gonna be 1 to 2 videos per week, whereas before I was consistently putting out 3 to 4 videos a week. And I just think that I don't want to devote that much time to it when my revenue is going down. And, you know, I don't know It's because YouTube is pushing shorts right now. Like, I get creator emails all the time pushing shorts now that they're monetizing them. And I mean, Instagram went through this phase too, where all they pushed was reels, trying to be like TikTok, and everyone's reach and everything went down for the longest time, and it was terrible. And now I think YouTube is doing something similar, and I'm just not gonna deal with it. Like, I don't have the emotional capacity right now to deal with it. This started as like a hobby, so I want to get back to the roots of that. And if people want to watch, fine. If they don't want to watch, that's fine. But I do still want to like put out content because this is something that I do enjoy. I'm just not going to be putting out the same amount of volume. I also don't have my own like private filming space anymore. So I'm not going to be able to just do this whenever. So that's going to affect things as well. But I also just haven't really seen a ton of growth or payoff to me producing a lot of content. So I'm just not going to, if that makes sense. I'm just not. What I'm gonna do is try to work a little bit on the quality of my content, and I will go from there. What that means is I want to start doing a little more close-up shots of items. I know Andrea does this, and I love how she does that on her channel. She does a lot of close-up shots and swatches, and I just haven't done this before because it takes so much more time. And I mean, she does this, you know, YouTube is her full-time gig, so she has the time to do that. It's not my full-time gig, so that also weighs into, you know, if I want to up the quality of my content, there's going to be less content because I don't have the time. I have a full-time job, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. Kind of like a quality versus quantity. So there's definitely going to be a lot less content coming from me, or at least that's the plan. I'm in this like weird transition time right now, so I don't know. This could definitely change just depending on what my schedule looks like and how things are going. But this is my plan for right now. I definitely just want to realign some of my priorities. And I think I want to put social media, like I don't want it to be one of my last priorities, but I think it was inching its way to the top and I don't want it to be there. So I want to realign some things. I really want to get back into reading more regularly. I love to read, and I literally used to do it all the time, you guys. But then social media kind of took that spot for a while. But I really want to get back into doing more of that. I also need to get back into some exercise, which we live in town now, and I have Tate. He's a lab, so he's a bigger dog. And there's not like a huge yard like we used to have, so he's gonna need to be walked a little bit more. I'm gonna take advantage of that, and it's gonna be incorporated to part of my little, you know, exercise change routine type of situation. So yeah, I really just want to focus more on things like that. Still produce content, but I just don't think it's going to be as frequent or as often as it was before. I felt like I was kind of like a machine before. You know, I would post easily 5 times a week over on Instagram, but usually I think it was more in the 6 to 7 range. Then I post 3 to 4 videos over here as well. And it's just a lot, which didn't really feel like a lot at the time, but now that I've had some time to reflect on it, if you will. It was a lot of time, and I just think that I want to try and allocate that time a little bit differently moving forward and see if my approach pays off, or you know what that looks like. But I really just want to get back into using this as more as a creative outlet that I enjoy, and not so much as a job. Like I have to film, like I need to film, that kind of situation. Like I'm not even gonna give you guys days. Like before it was every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, but I'm not even gonna put that kind of pressure on myself. I'm just gonna say, you know, new videos every week, because that is going to be my goal, to get at least one video up. But I would still prefer to do 2 videos, but you know, we'll see. I'm not really sure. I'm in kind of like a new chapter of my life, if you will, and I'm not really sure what that looks like, what it holds, how things are going to change, etc. So this is just kind of like the generic starting point, and we'll adjust as needed. And I think that's kind of the appropriate starting place. It's the only place I really know where to start. We'll just evaluate as we go. I'm gonna use this highlighter and the Natasha palette as well. And hopefully, you know, you guys will understand and be supportive, and hopefully you'll enjoy kind of the new way I'm gonna style my content. I'm gonna try and take a little bit more time on my thumbnails as well. I still don't really think I'm ready to invest in a program that'll make them really amazing, like Angie's or something like that, but I do want to try and do a little bit more with them and kind of see where that goes. Okay, so here is the finished look. For some finishing touches, I used the Essence Soft and Precise Lip Pencil in the shade EOBAA. Really liked these, and then I topped it with the NARS Matte Lip Balm in the shade Unrestricted, and I really like how this combination looks. For mascara, I used the Rare Beauty one, and I think it's nice. I'm not really sure if I'm quite sold on it, but I don't think it's bad by any means. And then for my liner, of course, I used the Tarte Double Take. This is one of my absolute favorites. You get so much product. The liner is so black and it lasts so long, not only on the lid, but also in the waterline. But yeah, if you guys made it this far, thank you for taking the time to listen. Like I said, I'm not really even sure myself the direction that my channel will be moving in. I've had just a lot of life changes recently, and just be blunt, pretty depressed. So it'll really just depend on how I'm feeling and what's going on. It comes and goes, and I just don't want to feel like an imposter, like getting on here being like, oh, I'm so happy, everything's so great, blah, 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 when like I'm not. I struggle to do that. So it might even be a thing for a while where you just see me on the good days. But regardless, thank you guys for hanging around and listening to me ramble. Like I mentioned, I appreciate you all so much, your kind words and reaching out to me during this time. And hopefully we'll be able to get back into pretty regularly scheduled content soon. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.